These videos are not for children. If you're a children, then piss off.
Hey there, it's me, your least favorite YouTuber, the Infuso. And I don't know how or when I became an Urkel aficionado. Matter of fact, I didn't even know such a title existed before my YouTube career. But when I'm not talking about Batman, I'm out here eating cheese and doing the Urkel. This is my life now. Anyway, today I figured I'd talk about Steve Urkel's most recent time in the spotlight.
Oh. Let's take it easy.
No, not that. Not what I meant. Not that. Although that is pretty amazing, isn't it? I'm here to talk about his second most recent time in the spotlight, when he came back in 2019, this time in animated form. Because of course he did. The show Scooby-Doo and Guess Who was a neat little premise. One that I personally thought had some legs, that were unfortunately cut a little bit short. The show had a team-up premise. Each episode, Scooby and Mystery Incorporated would team up with various celebrities, fictional or factional. And in one of these episodes, it saw Scooby-Doo team up with Kevin Conroy's Batman. So, if you're familiar with this channel, you know eventually I'm going to check that out. I'm going to have to. In the Season 1 episode, when Urkel-Bots Go Bad, Scooby teams up with Steve Urkel. As you may have inferred based on the thumbnail, title of the video, and also the title of the episode I just told you. You may have also figured out that he brought the Urkel-Bot from Family Matters with him. Once again, due to the title of the episode I just said. And it's a little weird seeing this collaboration. In general, I think it's an odd pairing, but still not the worst crossover concept that I've ever seen. Far from it. It's just a little bit odd. But what really makes this feel all the more strange is the depiction of Urkel in this. When he first shows up, he's tracking down his Urkel-Bot. But when he approaches the gang, he enters asking if they have any cheese. Look, I get it. He said the famous thing. That's the thing he says on the show. That's what he's known for. I understand. It's his catchphrase. That's what Urkel used to say. But he didn't just start conversations like this. He didn't just walk up to random strangers and start spewing his catchphrases. This line was usually said following an awkward moment. When Steve was making himself far too comfy in the Winslow's house, there's a time and a place for these types of things, and this was neither. I know this doesn't seem like a big deal, like, oh, Vay, why are you putting so much emphasis on it? But it shows a fundamental misunderstanding of the character and how one writes for that character. To further that narrative along, see everything else in this episode. The character is made so much more annoying here than he is in his actual show. And don't get me wrong, Urkel was annoying. And Urkel was meant to be annoying. That was his intent. But Urkel had a likability factor to him that wasn't at all present in this. And there's also no real comedy to be played off his irritations. On Family Matters, if he was frustrating Carl, it led to a yelling fit and a hilarious mental breakdown. If he bothered Laura, he'd be met with casual stoic jabs that he either wouldn't understand or would look past. But here there's no follow-up. He's just annoying. And that alone is somehow supposed to be hilarious. They treat this like it's his only character trait. And it's not just that the character is written to be annoying, it's that everyone around him always feels the need to confirm how annoying he is. Again, Urkel being a pain in the is definitely true to his character, but he had redeemable qualities as well. He had a good heart. He meant well. He was a thoughtful human being. He wasn't just an annoying little twit. If he was, I don't think his show would have lasted 9 seasons because of it. But here, everyone hates Urkel. And I mean everyone. Scooby Gang included. And they don't just hate him. They loathe him. They despise his very existence. This Urkel has no friends that we know of, but plenty of enemies. I can't believe that they even wrote the team to not take a liking to him. And to their credit, I probably wouldn't either. This wasn't an ideal first impression. But then again, I doubt that anyone ever had a good first impression of Steve Urkel. Regardless, their banter is almost kinda sad with how much the team makes fun of him. Urkel also comes off as a little bit of a jerk. He's overly insistent that people do things his way and use his devices. And he intentionally messes with other people's technology. I don't know that Family Matters Urkel would do all of that. Here, Urkel kinda just shrugs off when his technology goes haywire and backfires, even when it causes issues for others. He just usually blames the person whose day he screwed up. That doesn't really fit with the original character. Yes, his devices usually backfire in a major way, and yeah, a lot of the time they do more harm than good, but Urkel would never turn a blind eye to it. He'd feel bad and make it his mission to right the wrong that he did. Unfortunately, he can't undo Carl's blood pressure, but you know what? He probably would have tried. Family Matters Urkel may have been chaos incarnate, but he didn't mean to be. It was simply his nature. This Urkel doesn't take any of the blame or any responsibilities for the things that he does. Mostly, it feels like he kinda doesn't give a crap. Shaggy at first also mistakes Urkel for the Urkel-Bot and attempts to throw water on him to fry his circuits, only for Urkel to proudly state that he already took a shower 2 weeks ago. Is this what Urkel was known for? Did Steve Urkel always have terrible hygiene? Was that a thing that I don't remember? Because I can remember more than one scene having him in the shower for comedic effect. Like I said, everything about this just feels a little bit off. They did get the character's clumsiness down, though. That all seems pretty spot on, no complaints on that front. But it's the uncaring nature he has about the messes that he makes that feel foreign for this character. I get the feeling that the writers of this knew the bare minimum about Steve Urkel and just went with what they thought the character was. I'm surprised to say this, but I think this was really poorly done. It seems like a real waste of getting Jaleel White back in the role. That ad he did with Snoop Dogg was a way better use of the character than this. I don't know, maybe I should have just made a video on that. I also think Urkel being the guest star kind of led to Velma taking more of a back seat. I don't know, maybe the people who made this thought 2 nerds is just too many. The character's design is only somewhat reminiscent of the actual character, but like kinda just barely. This looks a little bit like Steve Urkel, I guess, but also if I saw this design in a show, I wouldn't even think about Jaleel White. It's just so basic. And they even screwed up my man's posture. He did not walk around like that all the time. Anyway, I don't think this was a great use of Steve Urkel. And if this was somehow your first experience with this character, it'd also probably be your last. I can't believe that I, of all people, am going to say this, but Urkel deserved better. With all that being said, if you like this video and would like to see more Family Matters content here on the channel, let me know in the comment section below by leaving a comment saying,
"Did I do that?"
I was your least favorite YouTuber, Infuso, and I thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.
See you guys later.
I am vengeance. I am the night, and that was Infuso. Just remember, if you're not tuning in, then you're missing out.
So, if you like the words that came out of his mouth hole, and you too would like to become a V-generate, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, nerds!
And if you're not joining the fun, you're in for one bad day. And you know what they say about having one bad day?
Catch him next time. Same bad time. Same bad channel.
Fine, case dismissed!